Hi everyone, and welcome to Ctrl Alt Craft. Rose with you, and today we finally have a craft video. How long has it been? Like, seriously? I was looking at my channel yesterday and I have over 1,025 views on my baby poncho video, which is ridiculous. So clearly I need to make more craft videos on my channel. I've tried so many times to make soap over summer. This is the first batch that's actually worked, that's not falling apart or an ugly mess, so you finally have a soap making video, and I'm actually going to try and talk a bit about the process in amongst all my other ramblings. So I'm making a mermaid soap you would have seen in the little thumbnail. The way I do it is I start by making the mermaid tails themselves. You always make the embeds first and let them set for a few hours. So I'm using goat's milk soap to make these embeds. I am making them pink. I'm just putting like a pink and purple dye mixture in. Now here I'm doing something really cool. I wanted to have sparkles on the top of the mermaid tails, but you can't kind of just chuck them on afterwards, you know, like they've got to actually stick with the soap. So I decided to sprinkle the bottom of the mold very lightly, just sort of dust it with the sparkles or the glitter, and then I pour the soap. You'll see me do it. I actually break the fall of the soap using a spoon. So finally, physics has actually come in handy in my life. And by doing so, the glitter stays at the bottom. It doesn't just mix in and displace with the rest of the soap. So that's pretty cool. I'll be honest though, if I was to do this again, I'd probably not add the purple in with the pink. I think I liked just the pink on its own and wasn't a super fan of adding the purple in, but that's okay. It still looks cool. So yeah. What else have I been up to? Well, let's see. Yes, so this weekend I'm actually going away on a women's retreat with my church. So I was actually making some other soaps using a different mold. I bought these plastic molds. You see they're plastic and not silicone. They're actually incredibly difficult. You'll see me struggling, and I'll talk more about that later. But anyway, I bought some, I won't say what they are in case any of the girls are watching, but just some little cute molds, and I made up some soaps that I put in little like gift bags for the girls. So my room and the room next to me are all the young adult women of the church. So I made us all just a little packet of soaps. It would come in handy if you ever forget your soap, you know, so yeah. Alright, so now I'm making the base of the soap. The sand, obviously, is again going to be goat's milk soap. It's important to note that when you're chopping the soap, you chop it up into 1-inch squares because it helps it melt more evenly. And then you also only microwave it for 30 seconds at a time. No more than that. You can do less than that, but no more than that. You don't want the soap to boil or bubble, you just want it to melt. So you chuck it in for 30 seconds, pull it out, stir it, chuck it in for 30 seconds, pull it out. So usually twice is enough. And if there's still a few chunks, you just kind of stir them in until they melt. You don't really want to overheat the soap, especially when you're doing layers. If you pour the soap too hot, all the layers just kind of melt into one big glob. If you want distinct layers, but you still want them to bond, they need to be hot but not too hot, you know? So, soap making is a bit of a science, funnily enough. So I'm preparing the ocean part of the soap while I am melting the sand up. I used a couple of different fragrance oils. I used a fruity one for the mermaid tail, and then I used what was called, I think, white ocean sands for the rest of the soap, with a bit of lemon essential oil as well, and a bit of argan oil, just so that it helps condition the skin. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yes, we're going away on women's retreat next weekend, and I'm very excited. Nicole and I are heading down, and we're gonna get our nails done, which I'm really excited about because I've never actually had my nails done before. We're getting shellac, which my understanding is quite expensive, but good. And we're just gonna hang out and have a really great time, and I'm just so excited. I've never actually sort of done anything with Nicole before, which is like, we've occasionally, once or twice maybe, gone out for lunch. She always comes over to mine on almost always on a Friday afternoon, and we play video games and we have dinner and all that kind of stuff, which I love, but it'll be fun to actually go out and do something with her too. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, yeah, so obviously next weekend there is no Gaming for Noobs video because Nicole and I will be away. So I'm hoping that when we do start that up again, that I'm going to introduce her to Stardew Valley. Nicole, if you're watching, don't look it up. Don't cheat. You're not allowed to cheat. But I think she'll really like it. And because it's out on the Nintendo Switch as well, and she's got a Nintendo Switch, I think she'll really enjoy it. So I'm really hoping she'll like it. Here I am struggling with the mold. Now, if I've done this wrong, please comment what I've done wrong. Is there an easier way to get these soaps out of a plastic mold? Because in one of the other ones that I was making for the girls, I ended up getting my dad's hammer and just hammering it, and it still wouldn't come out. I destroyed the mold, but the soap wouldn't come out. I was like, what the hell? I have no idea what I did wrong. So if there's an easier way to pop these out of a mold, please let me know. I think this goes on for another minute or two, just me fast forwarding, like trying to pop out the soap. It's ridiculous. But as you can sort of see, the glitter stayed on the bottom of the mold, didn't displace, and I've got a nice glittery mermaid tail, which I'm really happy about. It didn't, I'd probably try and spread the glitter out a bit more. It's sort of a bit clumped up, but it was my first go, so I was like, oh, that's a nice elbow shot. So yeah, anyway. So things to look forward to throughout the week, getting my nails done and going away next weekend. After work on Thursday, I'm going to go get my eyebrows and eyelashes done. So I'm just sort of having a bit of a pamper week, you know. I dyed my hair again yesterday, so all my roots are fresh. I'm sort of like, this is my most exciting week. And it's strange because I never go away. I never do anything like that, you know, like I never stay away overnight anywhere. And it's sort of like a holiday. Like I'm treating it like a holiday because I don't go on holidays. I can't afford it, and you know, my family and I, we can't do it for health reasons, and so it's just really exciting for me, you know, like in the middle of work that I can just go away for a weekend and enjoy myself. I'm actually so excited. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm treating it as a holiday and pampering myself a bit, which is nice. I am still struggling with this mold. This is ridiculous. This is sped up, I think, 4 or 5 times, by the way. So, you know, oh, another great elbow shot. I don't know how people do like a top-down view. I need some sort of tripod or something that, I don't know, hangs from the ceiling. I mean, how would I do it so that you can see a top-down view of me making soap? Because, yeah, this isn't working. I can't put my tripod on top of my microwave because every time I use a microwave, it'll just vibrate. So I don't know what else to do, really. So bad angles, I know, and I apologize for that. So what you should do is make sure the soap is still hot enough to bond, but not too hot. Make sure that at all points you're spraying liberally with rubbing alcohol. So you spray rubbing alcohol once you've poured soap. And then when you're about to add more soap, you spray again with rubbing alcohol. This helps the soap bond together. So once I've actually popped out all these embeds, I'll spray them all with rubbing alcohol. I'll spray the soap with rubbing alcohol. There we go, a nice close-up. Look at that glitter. Oh, I'm so happy with them. Yep, so there we go, spraying everything, making sure it's completely coated, getting everything ready to pour. What I'm about to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of soap, ocean soap, in first, and then I'm going to put a embed in and that little bit of soap. There we go, just enough to cover the top, just so it sticks in a layer. There we go. Now I'm only making 4 of these. I made an extra 2 because I had some leftover soap and I had some extra tails, but they're really bad, and it was just more to sort of use up the remaining soap. It'll still work as a soap, like it's still soap, it'll still clean you, it just looks gross and hideous. Here's a better close-up. So once I've poured it and stuck the embed in and it stayed, I then let it set for a little bit before I poured in the rest. I wanted the tails to stick out of the soap. I didn't want them to be fully covered like there, that's just ugly. But I sort of wanted them coming out of the ocean a bit. And there we go, there's a nice little close-up you can see panning over the top. So many spackles. And here I am the next morning, or this morning I should say, popping it out. Now I put kaolin clay in the sand, as you can see. I didn't sift it. So if you just chuck it in as it is and like crudely stir it, you get this really cool effect in the sand. It actually looks like sand, you know? So I'm really happy with that. I love the ocean effect on the top there, that glassy effect. I don't know, I think because it had a skin but it wasn't fully set and then I moved the tray, I think that's how you get that effect. So if you want that effect on purpose, that's how you do it. And there we go, there's a nice panning shot over the top. I am so happy with these. They smell amazing and they look super cute. So I hope that was actually a tutorial and not too much of me rambling. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comments. I'd love to help you try and make your own. So always feel free to ask questions. And Paisley, my cat, getting in on the action as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye!